Story time. So, about 8 years ago, I was in the hospital giving birth to my daughter, and I remember being in recovery and trying to get out of bed, but I collapsed because my leg didn't work, like it didn't want to work. So, just fell, and I'm like on the ground laughing because, like, I don't know, I laugh in weird situations. And the nurse comes in and she's like, "Oh my God." And there's like TMI, but like blood on the ground, and I'm like laughing and I'm on the ground. I can't get up. And I think my husband was downstairs getting us like food or coffee or something. I was by myself. I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna get out of bed. You know what? Actually, I remember now because I pressed the light and I had to pee. I had to pee really bad, and they were not like rushing at all. No, didn't come. And so I said, I'm gonna go myself. And so, because I'm hard-headed, and also I didn't really want to pee in my bed, and so I tried to go, and then they literally like had to have two people come lift me up. And she's like, one of the nurses was like kind of looking at me like I was doing it on purpose, and maybe because I was laughing, so maybe that's my fault. But she was like, okay, you can stand. And I was like, no, like I can't, like my leg, it wouldn't, like my knee wouldn't lock, like it wouldn't go. And so anyways, they actually had to put me back in the bed, and I had to have a pan. Like that's embarrassing, but I had to have a pan. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I couldn't get up to go to the bathroom. And I felt like they just didn't take me seriously, and it was just it was a rough situation. But I wanted out of that hospital so bad, and the doctor was like, we're not gonna let you out unless you can like walk. Next day I was like practicing on the wall, and I was like showing that I can walk, because there was one leg that I had full, like I could put all my weight on, but my other leg, like if I put any weight, it would just like bleh, my whole body would fall. And so I was able to like show the doctor that I could have the wall, or I was like on the wall and I was like walking, he's like, okay, you can go. And I don't know, like I don't know if I should have left, but because they put me in a wheelchair, they rolled me out of the elevators, and I can't remember why, but I don't know if they were like, the lady that like rolls you out in the wheelchair had to go, but she's like, are you good here? And I was like, yeah, he can pull the car around and get me, and I'm fine. And so usually I think they take you to your car, like at least with my first child. I don't know, I've only had two, so I don't know. But they rolled me to the elevators, and then my husband grabbed all of our stuff, and he was like, okay, I'll pull around, are you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I stayed there, and then he comes around and he pulls the car up to the elevator, stops and just throws everything in the car, and get the baby in, of course. And I tried walking, and I grabbed something to help. Hard-headed. And he told me not to. He's like, let's get in the car. And I tried to help, and then boom, there I go, fall. And I'm like laughing, and like there's a car waiting for us, and I'm just like, he had to come pick me up and put me in the car. And I was like, I don't know if my leg's okay. Like, I don't know. And I was like, I put a little weight on it, and it just like collapses. And so anyways, like, of course I'm home with the baby, and everything's good, but I had her in my arms, and I was carrying her, and my legs I knew how to like walk to where I was fine. Like, obviously one side of my body had to take most of like the weight, but of course it's hard to kind of do that, so I put weight on the other side, and then there I go. And I was like, okay, like this, because I had my daughter in my arms, and I was like, of course, okay, when stuff happens, you're mama bear, and you're like, save the baby. So I'm like, I got her like this, and hi, and you know, she's fine, totally fine. But then I kind of like, okay, I have to take this kind of seriously. Like, something's wrong. And I remember calling the doctor and they're like, okay, you know, you're still having those issues? And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine sometimes, and then my leg will just collapse if you know, and it just happens so fast that I can't really grab anything. And so it's like, well, let's give it 6 more weeks, and then we'll send you to a neurologist, and you know, that kind of thing. And I was like, that sounds scary. And so I decided, you know, it actually went way past 6 weeks, and I never went to the doctor because I was like, I'm gonna heal myself because that's what I think I can do. I don't know. And so I'm watching these videos, and I'm using bands and any type of resistance that I can, and laying on my back because I didn't want to hurt myself working out, like, you know, standing, of course. So everything I had to do was on my back, but I just like kept like using the band to like push my leg out and like build strength in that leg that was just like struggling. And I, you know, finally, you know, I was like, if I can walk around the block without falling, I'm gonna sign myself up for a trainer. Like, I'm gonna take this seriously. And because like prior to that, I was already trying to lose weight, and I was like, you know, not happy with my body, that kind of thing. And I wanted to go anyways, but this kind of like forced that for me. So I made a promise to myself that if I was able to walk around the block without collapsing, that I was going to sign up. And I did. I signed up for, it was like, I think 13 weeks, I was able to like do pretty well. And so I signed up for a trainer, but I signed up for a boot camp, which probably, I mean, it worked out, but it probably wasn't the best idea I probably should have got clearance for that. But you know, anyways, so I go, and my first class is like, jump on this box. And I was like my mind would not let my body move, like jump at all. Like I could walk, I could do, you know, I could squat, that kind of thing. I felt pretty good about like certain workouts or exercises. And then when I was asked to jump on the box, like my body froze, and it was like, I can't, it was such a weird thing. Like I could not jump, and like my mind was like, you're not ready for that. So anyways, I had to start like really low. Like I had to like jump on this little teeny thing, so in case I did fall. But I had to build up like confidence, or, you know, this mind-body connection that I didn't realize that I was so disconnected, like from mind-body. It was intense. But when I got that first box jump, I felt like I was on top of the world. Like it was, when you go from like collapsing, not knowing when you're going to collapse, to being able to jump on a box that's like super tall and then jump back off, is like, I like proved to myself that I could do hard things. And I think that's when my confidence started building. It really didn't, you know, my body was changing, you know, I was losing weight and I was feeling better. And there were definitely things that I needed to work on, and still in my mindset, like it wasn't good enough. And that was a lot of work to get through. But at that moment, I knew like I had to keep going to the gym, because I was like, if I can go from here to where I'm like collapsing and falling to jumping on a box with full confidence and like looking like a badass, I was like, this is amazing. I'm a gym girl now. And I literally haven't left the gym since. Like, it's been 8 years, and the gym is my happy place, and I love it. I wouldn't say that I'm an addict, but it's definitely done me good.